worker bees make up 95% plus of the colony. They're all females. These bees do not sleep. So at night, they're needing to be fed. And I tell you this because a lot of people think, hey, I can put this feeder out into the yard and that will help them. It will only help them during the daylight hours. They do not fly once it's dark. They need as much sugar water in the evening to produce wax from their wax glands, and we'll be looking at that later on today too. The average bee, they work themselves to death. They last 45 days and then they die. Having a 45-day life cycle, it's very, very important during the spring months that we as beekeepers go out and do a hive inspection. Those hive inspections allow us to see what's going on inside. If we are not looking in there every 2 weeks, what can happen is your queen dies, and then 2 weeks go by, and before you know it, your colony is going to begin to crash. It's always important to look at that, and I have a diagram for us to look at that in just a short while here. We've already stated that bees don't sleep, but they work through the night. There are certain duties that these worker bees have. Their first duty, once they come out of the cell, is to feed the other bees that are about to be capped or as they're emerging. These are nurse bees. They're helping to develop the larva within the hive itself. The second caste is the undertaker bees. These are bees that keep the hive clean. In most hives that are productive, they're very, very sterile. All of us could go in there and almost eat off the inside of the hive. It's that clean. You're going to see the undertaker bees mostly working in the morning, and they're going to be carrying out bees. Some of them are still alive. One of the things that we want to watch for is a pile that begins to build in front of the hive, because as they're throwing them off, they're starting to pile up. If you see a pile this high or larger, that means there's severe problems within the hive. Guard bees. Guard bees are extremely important for the hive. They defend the hive. Those bees can defend against other beehives that are close by, or European hornets. And we'll talk about those too later in the morning. The last part of the bee's life is collecting nectar. That is a huge part of how the colony is sustained between the nectar and the pollen. We have these 4 different life steps that our bees have. And it's just important to know that not all of them go out and collect nectar from day one. It is worked up over time on that.